Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big one. This is the final round of the season here at the United States Grand Prix between two drivers. As you can see at the bottom left corner, Lucky 13 is battling SF1 Tom for that pivotal championship. Who is going to raise the trophy at the end of the season? Separated only by 10 points. And a very interesting fact, both drivers failed to make it here to Q3. Lucky qualifies P11 and SF1 Tom qualifies P14. I am joined by the legend himself, Harrison, who's rooting for his teammate in the Mercedes, and I think his other teammate knocked him out of Q3. But Harrison, how are you doing this evening?
Not too bad. I'm just want Lucky to win this. Just give me something back from my championship loss in GP1.
Two Mercedes drivers, really close. Between you and Enzo, I mean, that was kind of close. It was just a couple of connection issues that really paid, I think, the dividends between your season compared to Enzo's, really. Ice is watching. What is going on,
Yeah.
Ice? So, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, drop down who you want to win this championship. It is going to be quite a barnstormer, I am sure. I already know who Harrison wants to win. But yeah, once we get into a bit of the qualifying bit, after these guys set out their banker laps, we'll get into the situations as to how Lucky can win this and how Tom can win this. I'll let I'll let Harrison do that because Harrison's a mathematician and he's got it kind of worked out more than I do. So here we are going to
Well,
grind.
we'll
Actually,
come to that when it comes to the racing.
yeah, we're gonna give Raph a little bit of screen time as he's the first one out on for this banker of his in the United States Grand Prix. It has been a season of, I'd say, controversy. A couple calls here and there from some of these guys. A little bit of contact, a lot of safety cars, a lot of ESCs. Once that patch was fixed, I think Harrison and I have probably seen more than our fair share that we care to. But hopefully
Yeah,
these guys
definitely.
these guys keep it clean tonight because we want to see a good battle between SF1 Tom and Lucky. I want to see those guys push to the absolute max to try to beat each other.
Well, I think we know what happened to IS Hanukkah now because he crashed into the pit lane in Q1.
Oh, he crashed out into the pits. Oh no! All right, I was wondering, Hunica. I was really wondering what happened because I missed it. So Wrath sets right now the purple sector 2, which he's the first one on the track to set a banker. So of course that will be purple. Maybe he can keep it purple. Maybe he'll grab his first SF1 pole. He has improved a lot this season, I will say so. He actually whooped my butt on Monday, and I'll give him that nice shout out. I didn't do so right away on Monday night because I was a little, upset about a certain thing that happened. But Raph gets fast time up 34 flat right now. Who might be the next guy? Looks like it's going to
Becco.
be Becker goes 33.5, followed by Speedy 32.7. All right, so Senna's on an out lap. Looks like Devla has invalidated his lap. Maruzia sets the fastest time with 32.6. Where's Legend? Legend's just behind. Looks like Legend's going to set his lap. Outsoak goes at 32.1. Two Haas guys leading this charge this evening. And I will drop it in the big, the big names. Haas did win the combined constructors, so congratulations, Aruzia. Congratulations, so Enzo, Daigero, Carlos, all of you guys do one heck of a solid season. While all the rest of us are chasing you guys, the Alpha team, Mercedes team. I will say these guys. I do have the points this evening too. By the way, unlike last weekend. I'll dive into that between the 5 minute break. Um, the Mercedes team, the Alpha team, the Racing Point team, and the McLaren team are all going to battle it this weekend for P2 in the championship. And right now, Harrison, you guys are looking pretty. You have Lucky right there in 13th going, or not 13th, 11th going for the championship. Becker found himself
Yeah.
in Q3, right now sitting P5. Your chances are looking relatively good. Both McLarens are in P3 right now, or Q3, as well as both racing points. No, we just have Devla.
Definitely, yeah.
So let's see. Senna is on a flyer. Let's run with Senna. Where's Legend? Legend validated his lap. So we're gonna run with Senna. What do you think pole position is gonna be?
What's subset 32-1? I'm gonna say high 31. Because
High
even though
31.
this is a long track, it's called at high speed, so it will rubber in rather quickly.
Carlos is
If it's
asking
like a
where
low speed track.
Lucky and Tom are.
Sorry?
Carlos is asking. If you didn't listen to the broadcast beforehand, Carlos, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. It's gonna get pretty spicy. What is going on, Phantom? Pro Luca is rooting for Lucky. I just missed that. Who was that dropped?
I missed it.
Hopefully they get themselves back in. Senna's on quite a flyer. He's set of purple sector 1 and purple sector 2. I wonder if that's best overall, or if that's just personal. Let's see. He's gonna cross the line. He's in sector 3 right now. What kind of time can Senna pick? He did win the French Grand Prix 2 weeks back, so he's got the pace. Goes P5, 33.5. The rest of the guys, it looks like Devla's on his way out. Oh, he's letting the Williams go past.
What you saw was Russia retiring from the session.
On the track?
In the pits.
Oh, okay. I was riding on Devla as he came out of the pits, and he looked like he was letting Marcus go past Senna. So Wrath is on an outlap as well as Devla. It's Devla behind Wrath. Interesting. Two combined constructors battling out for P2 or riding right on board next to each other in track.
Yeah, well, the two Hasses in GP2 are only 11 points apart in the championship, so they'll be arguing whoever gets third and fourth in the championship.
That's true. Those two have a lot to fight for. Who's going to get that last position and get that bronze trophy for the Haas team? I wonder if Carlos, who's watching, made a team call. We'll find out, or just let him race this evening. Carlos, be a gentleman and let him race.
So it's Raf, Devla, and Senna that's currently out on track.
I believe that Raf is furthest up. Senna's dove for the pits.
Okay.
So we're gonna ride with Raf
Redden's
again.
just come out.
Devla's gonna follow back. I think he's trying to maybe pick a little bit of that toe off Raf.
Yeah, he's too far back for the toe there.
Carlos let us know that his team are allowed to fight tonight. They are battling. So going off of these guys,
I'm sniffing to the back and sit.
okay. I'm gonna go off of the limb, ladies and gentlemen, with the guys that are in the times right now. I think Devla is gonna sneak himself up into the podium position or the top 3. I think Soph and Aruzia are gonna probably stay put, seeing that they're pretty close. Speedy does have a close time to Aruzia though, only 1/10 off. A couple of these guys in the 33s, so the only 32s right now we're seeing on the top 3. Let's see if Raph can get himself up there. He is setting purple sectors. I'm not sure if that is personal or if that is best overall of the session. We shall find out. He is entering sector 3 around this long sweeping right-hander. He is low on fuel though. I think he'll probably finish this and then, pull it back to the pits. Easy to actually invalidate that lap right there. Gonna cross the line with a 33.1, puts himself in P4. That's a really good improvement. However, Devla goes, no, I'm gonna split the Haas team. It goes 32.5. So Speedy drops down to 4th, Raph 5th. Yellow sector 1. There's a pile of people in turn 1. Not sure who or what's going on. I think that was Senna who pulled over for those guys.
It was
Senna,
Raph.
that was Raph. Alright, good on Raph. Move out of the way. Karting Legend right now on a flyer. Let's ride with him. Yet to set a time this evening for Q3. Look at that sun. That sun's beaming. I do know for a fact in this track, the sun actually plays a big time, what do you call it? Like, I wouldn't say problem, but it does play a factor in the fact of your corners, especially at sector 3, the last left hand before you go across the start finish line. That sun is beaming on those corners, and it's kind of hard to judge where the brake meter is, or the braking zone as you come down. You can tell, you can see it. We got a little bit of a lag spike from Karting Legend, but it looks like he's holding strong. Is he going to cross the line, settle a lap? Does 33.9, right behind his teammate Phantom, 33.8. Can Senna improve? Can Becker improve? Becker is definitely on a fly right now. Everybody's actually on a flyer. No, Devlin's going to pull into the pits. Where is Aruzia? Where is Soap? Pretty much neck and neck on the track, on the back stretch. Raph has retired from P5. So that's the best he thinks he can do, so he's going to stay. He doesn't actually have any more time, so... Karting Legend has Becker behind him.
He's in AI Karting Legends.
So let's see. Both McLarens going pretty close to each other. Devlin cross. Let's see. Where's Soap? Soap's gonna cross the line. Can he improve on his 32? Does 31.6. You might have been right. Ruzia can improve.
Becker pulls into the pits.
Becker's in the pits. He's gonna stay P8 unless Phantom. Where's Phantom? Phantom and Legend are actually pretty close to each other. Let's see if Speedy can improve, get himself on the top. Right there, Senna as well. Let's run with Senna. He's gonna cross the line. Let's see. Oh no, he's invalidated this lap, so he's gonna finish it. Speedy goes P2. So puts Devlin down to P3. Aruzia stays P4, and that is gonna do it for the final qualifying session in GP2 this season. Looks like Soap grabs the pole position for the United States Grand Prix, followed by Speedy in P2, Devlin P3, Aruzia P4, Phantom P5. Really good for Phantom to get himself up there at P5 at the very end. Raph P6, Rashi P7, Senna is in P8, Becker P9, and Karting Legend finishes the round in P10. So a couple guys really sneaking their way up there. Carlos says, Haas and Red Bull on the front row better not kill each other. So once we get through this, we will show you guys the points difference from all these drivers. I'll also show you the combined if anybody's interested. Run through that. As these drivers will have a 5-minute complimentary break. Allow them to stretch, because I know I'd stretch. Grab a drink of water or whatever beverage they like to enjoy, get their minds set, ready for the race. Grim Dog, Grim, what is going on? Raisins, laughing at Soap. With a big, oh, it is a bit cloudy. I know there is going to be a dry race though. I think you actually told me that, Harrison.
Yeah, I got it from Lucky.
Alright, so we're going to run down here. We'll show you guys the combined championship first. As you guys can see, once I can pull it up, that Haas actually has already, sealed a deal on the combined constructors. But you have Racing Point right there with 1,000. How do you say 1,155 points, followed by Alpha with 1,115 points. McLaren is right there with 1090, Mercedes 1079. So it is rather close. There's a couple battles at the back too. Williams can think about overtaking Red Bull just at the back. Ferrari can overtake Williams. Renault's right there as well. So a lot of those battles are still alive. And we're going to jump to what everybody really wants to see. As long as nobody's ready up, we're good. The GP2 table. Lucky sitting on the top right now with one race remaining. That's all that stands in his way from that trophy. 410 points, followed by SF1 Tom right there with 400 points. That battle you were talking about, Harrison, Soap, and Aruzia, 358 points, followed by 347 points. Senna sitting in fifth, followed by Cardinal, who did not make it this evening. Hunica is his reserve. Rashi in P7, Phantom P8. Wrath is in 9th, Goomba 10th, Becker 11th, Looney Moon 12th, Bill is in 13th, Devla 14th, Solex 15th, Sherbert 16th, Neon, who did not make it this evening, is in 17th, Legend 18th, Speedy is in 19th, looking to bag some big points to get himself further up this table at the end, and Dragoon, who did not make it this evening as well. So, now's the time. Mr. Mathematician, speak to us about how Tom or Lucky can win this championship.
Well, let me get to the points up first quickly.
Shout out to Carlos who provided that. Because I didn't know him either. I was just looking for it and I couldn't find it.
Well, so there's 10 points difference. So if Tom manages to win the race,
Which,
don't know how, but
big
we'll
shout out.
see.
SF1 Tom has yet to win a SF1 race, so if he's gonna do so, he's got to make it today.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah. So if Tom wins, Lucky has to come third or higher to win the championship, or fourth with the fastest lap to win the championship. Anything lower, he won't win, and Tom will win the championship. If Tom comes second in the race, Lucky only has to finish sixth to draw on points, and then it'll be taken off the wins and position stats, which Lucky has won a race, or two races, I believe, and Lucky will come automatic champion that way. If Tom finished third, it would be Lucky would only have to finish seventh to win the championship by 1 point. If Tom finished P4, Lucky only has to finish P9 to win the championship, automatically by the number of wins again. Tom P5, Lucky only has to finish in 10th, and so on and so forth. But if Tom does DNF, Lucky's automatic champion. And the opposite way around as well, if Tom scores more than 10 points.
There you guys have it. The mathematician himself. Filling us in with that smooth jazz.
And I will keep it updated during the race as well.
Please do. Phantom, I just need to rely on a P6 drive with points. Phantom's going for the P6 in the points. Actually, it's a good shout because Phantom actually joined. I think it was like halfway through, so he's made a good push. With the races that he's had here. A lot of these guys stand out. Speedy, Bill, Devla both came in on the racing points and just put those cars on charge. A couple of those guys have had podiums. Running through it's just I mean, we do have one big guy here. I'm gonna give a big shout out to who's made just a reserve show. He's finally racing again this evening. Grim Dog, he's here, so I'm gonna give him a big shout out. I know he's quick, unless you haven't been practicing, Grim. If so, then where's my 1v1? I'll take you on. Just kidding. He was actually a lot quicker than me towards the tail end. I was like, it's not fair. I mean, both of the Williams guys, Senna's picked up a win. Rashi is right there a couple times. Looney Moon's made a good couple of races here. Tom battling for the championship. Becker, who's really improved for your team. A lot of these
Yeah.
guys have kind of really improved towards the end of the year.
So you might want to pull race direct up, Kyle. So you, you got Speedy on the mediums, the only one in the top 10 to start on the mediums. And then you've got P12 down to P15 on the mediums, Solix on softs, Sherbert on the mediums, and then Jimbo and Grimdale on the softs.
So nobody's going to touch those hard compounds like we were mentioning beforehand. So what time is it? It is 31, so we should just about ready to be going right around 32, 33-ish, I would take. Probably look to see if it's Senna that's going to ready up the lobby. He's usually the man in charge to do so. You guys and the viewers, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning into this. I promise you guys are on for quite a cracker. Like I said, the two guys racing for the championship this evening, starting P11 and P14. Lucky in P11, Tom in P14. So definitely not making it easier for themselves to begin with this race. Looks like we are about ready to go. Guys are readying up. Let's get the show on the road. Let's hope that we have a good race this evening. I'd be amazed if we get out of this thing. This is nothing against GP2, but I'd be amazed if we get out of this without having at least uh, maybe a safety car or virtual safety car. We will find out. But we're going to set off on the formation lap for this evening. Looks like everybody is just about ready to go away. Everybody has pulled away. Nobody's sitting still, which is a great thing to see. 19 drivers enter this track. I believe it is it 28 laps, Harrison? I can't remember.
Yes, it is.
It's my home track, and I can't remember how many laps. So these drivers have 28 laps to navigate. And, you know, this shot right here, I know he's watching. That shot you guys just saw reminds me of this bit when Carlos was on a Salva, and he went streaming off the track and just blew up. And I remember him, that was like one of the first things he ever said. He actually messaged me and said, "Did you see what happened to me?" I said, "Kind of." And that was the first conversation we ever had. It's after he crashed. So there you guys have it. Nice little indication of how Carlos and I met. John, don't kill me. It was your own teammate too, if I remember correctly. Both you guys were in the Salva. I remember that well. So it looks like Soap is pulling around into Sector 3 now. It looks like a couple guys have put themselves on the 90 step. Let's find out who that was. I see two people. It looks like it was Sherbert and Goomba who might have tangled and put themselves on a 90 step this evening. So they're going to start on cold tires. Yeah, my own teammate. I think that was one of the first races I ever streamed too. After Mr. SF1 Senna showed me the dark magic ways on how to do it, and now I've just been so accustomed to doing it because I know a lot of the drivers really look forward to watching the race afterwards, especially if you've had a good race. I know I do it. I look forward to it. So Soap is pulling up to that podium position, not podium, pole position. Let's see if he can turn it into a podium. Everybody else starting to line up. That is a good shot. Oh, it went away. Let's run back through. See what Grimdog pulls up. Has a sister team in front of him, the Toro Rosso. Now the AlphaTauri or Tari, however you want to pronounce it. We are good to go. Racing at the United States Grand Prix, waiting for those 5 red lights. 5 are lit, and we are away. Let's see who gets a good start. Looks like Speedy gets a really good start. Soap might have to battle for the inside. Racing Point's thinking about going for the inside. Look at Ruzia on the inside. Everybody keeping it clean. Looks like they get up just about through. Maybe a little bit of contact. I have not seen. Oh, there's a couple pieces of carbon fiber. There's end plate missing from the Racing Point. There's a big piece of end plate flying now too, right there. Not sure who that was from. Couple guys going wide. Everybody up through now. Is that what I think it is? No, that's got to be Becker.
Cartoon Legends does have damage in between the two Mercedes.
I believe Devla has damage, or it's Bill. Bill just has damage as well. Right end plate is missing. Looks like Grimdog is gonna fight against Goomba here at the back. Who is that at the? Oh no! Look at the very, very back. That is our championship rival. Tom got connected in something.
It doesn't. It's missing his right hand side end plate.
So Speedy somehow got in the lead right here. Soap has let go of the lead. Now Speedy is leading this. I'm not sure. I just missed that, but both Hasses in
Becker's
second.
got past Roshi. Oh.
Look at this. All fighting for that second position. You have the Racing Point, the Alpha, and the McLaren all right here. These guys have passed the first
Becker
lap.
does have damage.
Looks like, yeah, Delta's going to pull into the pits. Going to bring this Delta back up for you. Jump on board. Get this one up for you. It was after this kind of time. I just missed it.
I missed it as well.
Raph, Raph, he's going to need an invite. Hopefully he can connect back in, because that's going to allow Senna to go through on the Ghostin car. Oh, these guys, and the Red Bull right here, battling out for the lead, all on the podium right now. But Ashley has overtaken Raph's Ghostin car. Lucky's found himself in the P10. So right now, as it stands, Lucky would be the championship, or the champion. Oh man, Raph is just falling down. Becker's overtaking. Hoonigan is going to take him. Trying to bounce back and forth. Let's see. I got to keep it at the battle right here. Tom does need a safety car. That is what Carlos is saying. Oh, look at the battle between Hunica and Becker here. Side by side. I think there was a bit of a touch. Whoa, no, what has happened? Hoonigan lost the back end. He's going to have to collect it. Solex gets a 3-second for multiple warnings. So Hoonigan is falling down to P17. Yellow Sector 3. A lot of these guys still really close. Speedy really trying to keep these guys behind him. I'm going to dive on and get the tire delta for you. Maruzia sets the fastest lap on lap 3, or actually lap 2. DRS is open for these drivers. The top 4 guys are all within a second of each other, so it's going to get pretty dicey. Can Speedy do his best to keep these guys behind him? I'm telling you, man. Time penalties on this track are killer, and I think that's going to come play a part here soon.
Yeah,
That's the secret dog.
Russia.
Look at this. Speedy goes wide. Soap's going to... Oh, no. Ruzi's thinking about going. Oh, no. Goomba's crashed out, I think. Is that going to be a safety car that Tom needs? Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety, yeah.
Oh, bit argy-bargy there. Speedy was thinking about it.
Speedy with a collision.
Oh, no. I don't think he touched him that much. Didn't look like it. Speedy, however, is in the prime here. He is on the mediums. So Lucky has gotten himself up to P8. Gonna stick on board with Aruzia. Aruzia leading this race. Back to green flag racing. Speedy trying to get onto Aruzia, catch him sleeping. Speedy does a really good job to hang on to the back of him. How's Soap doing? Devla right there in P4. Phantom not too far behind. He does have a fast approaching Senna right behind him as well. The two Williams, Senna, and good thing to see Ralph gets himself back in. Hopefully his connection can hold for the remainder of this race. Lucky thinking about trying to go around the Williams guys. So right on board with our championship leader right now. DRS is open. Goomba has left the session. You can understand why. Is Lucky going to think about it? He's going to know. He's going to back out. No, he's going to put the car in. Kept it clean, though. It's really well done. You guys in the this is I'm kind of holding my breath to see because I know Lucky wants to get up ahead as quickly as possible. He has Rashi and Senna ahead of him, which are really close. Soap is close to Speedy as it looks like Arusi put a little bit of a gap between himself and the Red Bull driver. Soap trying to overtake. Starting on pole position, he's falling down to P3. Still a lot of laps left to go. DRS is open for Soap. Let's ride on board. He's a little further back than I thought he was between himself and Speedy. Speedy pulling the gap down between himself and Aruzia in. Oh, look at that. Rashi and Senna. These guys were allowed to race, as Senna said. These guys are open to race for the remainder of the season. Oh yeah, I have to mention that Tom did put on the hard compound, so he could potentially race in the end. Look at Lucky sticking in there. Oh, that's close. I don't know whose end plate is now missing. Is that Lucky's? Lucky's missing an end plate. So he was making the points or the positions up. Now he's gonna have to battle for this. He's got an end plate missing. Arusi has set the fastest lap of the race so far. So it gets interesting and it gets further interesting. Is Lucky gonna think about going up through? No, he's gonna back out this time. He is on the soft compound, so not all is lost. He will have to pit for the medium compound. And he'll probably switch his wings. So Tom being down there in P18, he has plenty of time to do so. Let's actually ride on board with Lucky as he's right behind Rashi. Rashi gets a 5 second or 3 second. Sherbert gets a 3 second. Like I said, time penalties are coming in. Bill sets the fastest lap of the race so far. 136.2. Lucky thinking about it.
Can make it for a dive at the end. Okay.
He's gonna pull it to the inside. Is Rashi gonna block? No, he pulls the car. Keeps the car there. Look at Sherbert on Becker, thinking about it. Actually pull the car back behind Becker. Here goes Lucky. Is he going to go from the inside? Point is, Rashi has DRS on Senna, though. Rashi's going to block on the inside just a bit. Doesn't allow Lucky to have a line, so Lucky's going to have to wait a little bit longer. Sherbert and Becker side by side into that turn. Sherbert looks like he got a better run out of the exit as well. No, Becker's going to come back. Side by side again, these two battling out. These guys are keeping it really close, and it's really well done so far. I haven't seen too much contact that would be considered questionable at best. But I mean, the gaps, these guys all are in pack racing. Sherman's getting a better run out of that long left, and look, his teammates right there as well. So this could get interesting. Grimdog gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's ride on board with Solex. He's going to have DRS. So is Sherbert on Becker. Lucky as well, thinking about it. Rashi doing really well to keep that car as wide as possible. Back down to Solex. Sherbert's going to think about the inside. No, he thinks better of it. Sherbert gets a 3-second time penalty again. That might have an ultimate run for Solex.
Toro side by side.
Ooh. Look at this. That's a hard side-by-side line to run. Hunica gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Not what you want to see from the Alpha team. Unfortunate for Raph, who lost connection, is now got to make all this positions back. Hunican, who spun the car. I don't know if he spun the car or if he ended up having issues with the driver.
3-second time penalty.
Phantom right now doing really well in P5. Devlet P4. Soap. Speedy starting to bring that gap down, still at 1 second. Soap still maintaining that gap between himself and the Red Bull driver. Let's run on board with Rashi. He has Lucky still all over the back of him. The two Mercedes, 8th and 9th respectively, though. Really close to each other. Oh no, I thought that gap was different for some reason. I thought it was 0.4, not 5.4. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Lucky, you can tell, is really starting to struggle with that end plate missing. One of the tracks you don't think you would really need a lot of wing, but you actually do, especially through the fast S sector. Up there you go. See, yeah, Becker pits. Is he gonna get a new wing out of it? He is. So he's missing an end plate.
Goes to the hards.
Looks like that budget of your Mercedes team just rose a little bit because you're going to need to replace 2 wings this evening, Harrison. Tom now 6.8 seconds separates him from the back of this pack. Is he going to overtake Becker, though? Becker is on his way out of the pits. Is Tom going to have enough time? No, Becker's already out of the pits. Speedy now. Half a second behind Russia. Can he get up to him with DRS? He's going to pull that gap down really quickly. Here he goes. He's going to think about a move. No, he backs out of it. Thinks better of it.
I think Lucky may
Bannerman's
have Rashi.
starting the reel in. Oh, jeez. 3 wide. Here we go. No. Is that something you want to do? No. Looks like, oh, bit of contact again.
We got bang in.
These two Williams boys are not letting this championship driver right now behind them intimidate them at all. They're going to hold on to that line as much as they can. Wonder how long these softs will go. I'm thinking right around a lap.
I'm thinking 10 out.
10? You thinking, Harrison?
Mm.
Oh, Rashi's
Rashi
gonna dive for the pits. So his are.
Lucky did a fake on him now.
Grimdog gets in the time penalty. Lucky's now going to pull up Senna. Is Senna going to be as punchy as Rashi, his teammate, was? I don't know if Senna is that aggressive as Rashi can be. So Lucky might have a little bit easier go with Senna than he did Rashi. These guys at the front really doing well. I don't think I've seen... Oh, Luneman's lost it.
Gone.
Is it going to be a safety car? Sector 1 and 2 yellow. I think his car is far enough off track. Safety car, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is pretty much saved this man right here. He's going to have time to come in, pit for probably a set of mediums, and connect himself back to the pack. This race isn't over. This championship isn't over. They've only made it 8 laps so far. Lucky will have enough time to pit and put on a new wing as well. Unless Tom thinks his chances on those hards are better, he could stay out and overtake a couple of these guys. They're unfortunately die for the pits because I think those soft compounds are just about hitting their peak lifespan. We'll see if Aruzia and Soap die for the pits and maybe double stack. Grimdog gets a 3-second time penalty. It looks like Soap's going to die for the pits first, and Aruzia is going to opt to go for another lap. Is Devlin?
Because they'll hold up each other in the pits otherwise.
Devlin's dove for the pits. Phantom's dove for the pits. Senna is diving for the pits and smacks the wall on the inside. Lucky stays out.
Lucky stays on.
Interesting.
I'm confused by that.
Oh, there's an end plate missing on the entrance of pit. I think that's SF1 Senna's. A lot of guys are diving into the pits now. Hunica is diving into the pits as well as Wrath. Not sure why Hunica is diving for the pits. What's he putting on? He's going on for the soft compound. He's double stacked the Alpha team. And Raph is going for the hard compound to the end. A couple of the guys are touching the hard compound. I did not expect that.
You can probably take the mediums to the end from here.
I would think so, because this safety car is probably going to be out for another, I would say, 2 laps at the least. Hunica gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on his way out from the pits, I think. So I think that is him up to...
It'd be through first sector.
6 seconds now for Hunica. A couple of the drivers have caught the back of the safety car, so we're going to ride on board with these guys up front. Tom has moved himself up P13. Lucky's up to P3, so 10 positions separate each other. Maybe Lucky can hold onto that car and think that it's better just to wait to pit.
Yeah, he's going to lose too many positions and get stuck in traffic with all the medium rounds.
Tom has opted to stay out on those hard compounds as well. So if those two do see each other on track, Lucky will ultimately have the better tire. But I mean, the hards, they go a long way at this track, so they might just about be at the
And
same
they'll be
tire wear.
consistent as well.
Great thing about consistency in this track is between the two drivers,
Buruza pits.
definitely do not, get yourself a time penalty because that could ultimately take you out of the fight right away. That puts Lucky up
Yeah, neither
P2.
Haas is. Yeah.
Couple guys on their way up now. Tom will move up 2 positions. Becker gets a 3-second time penalty. SF1 Tom now up to P11. Brzia and Hunica. Hunica dove for the pits again. They put on the medium compound.
Yeah, that's Costa Rosa. He's come out in P14.
Hunica, I think, was confused about what tires they put on. He's come out on the right mediums, though. I thought he was going to do a two-stop where he went medium, soft, soft.
Tom's up
Interesting
to
to see.
P11.
Legend and Grim swapping positions a little bit on track.
That'll be the issue I had back in Brazil. You slightly go off track and he sinks you from the safety car.
I'm just interested to wonder what's going through Lucky's mind. I would have dove for the pits, but he is a quick driver and he knows what he's doing, so he might know something I don't know. Maybe he doesn't need that end plate to get him the trophy at the end of the day. There's a bit of
Solix have changed positions.
scrabble between these two, yeah, because that's Grim going relatively slowly. Oh, look at this guys in the back. That is the most unorganized queue in the safety car I've
Safety
ever
cars in
seen.
this lap.
So we're going to jump back on board with Speedy's. He's leading these guys. He'll have the right to set the pace before we go back to green. We just have to wait for that safety car to pull back into the pits. It's quite a long way. They released a safety car that Speedy's got to...
Some tracks will do it quite late.
This one's quite early.
Doesn't give you time. It gives the leader time to prepare where they're gonna push off from.
Let's find out what kind of space he can get. Carlos is saying same with Lucky if he pits for hards. I think Lucky's gonna pit for mediums, Carlos. Here goes Speedy back on throttle with Lucky following suit. Can Lucky get close to Speedy? These guys will not have DRS until about lap 12.
Yeah, lap 13.
Sherber gets a 3-second time penalty. Everybody relatively close. Up the hill they go, following with our championship leader right now, Lucky's. He's trying to reel in Speedy. He does have Soap right behind him on brand new medium compounds, though. So that is going to be a difficult challenge to keep him behind. Looks like, yeah, Lucky's really struggling with those soft compounds.
It's the front wing. Case remember, he's still got damage from earlier.
I know it's the front wing as well. I think those tires, he's done 10 laps on them. I think the lifespan of them are probably about 10 laps. Yeah. Sector 1 and 2, oh, we have a bit of a collision between Hunica and Becker. Oh no, we're going to have to take a look at that later. Between our two teams. Not sure what happened there. Look at Soap making a run. Is he going to make a pass on Lucky?
There is damage to Hanukkah, but no damage to Becker. Two Williams battling it out again.
Yeah, Sherbert right behind as well. Sherbert dove for the softs.
Tom and Aruza side by side.
Interesting battle between these two. Aruza is going to have a better tire compound for the next foreseeable future, as Tom has already done 9 laps. Raph is thinking about sticking on the inside of her championship rival. Speedy gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to be huge towards the end. Look at Soap thinking about trying to get around Lucky. Can he get it?
Stays out again.
Yeah, Phantom gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Here we go, up the hill. Is Soap going to have a run on Lucky? Don't think he's going to make it.
Too far back.
Devla's going to go. Kind of keeping it clean. He's sticking it through. Grimdog, I think, spun out.
Awesome.
So like 3-second time penalty. It looks like my driver is diving for the pits yet again. So really trying to get around Lucky now. Doesn't want to let Speedy get off
That's
too
his
far in the difference.
third pit stop.
I know. I haven't lost count in my head.
Grim Dog, Jesus.
5 seconds. Grim has retired from the session. Has he crashed? He has crashed. Is this going to be a second safety? No, it's only a virtual. So we've had our second virtual safety car now, followed by one full safety car. You have one Red Bull leading the charge as the other, unfortunately, retires from the session. Grim, it was good to see you this evening if you're watching. Unfortunate, I know you don't like this track much. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Speedy, that allows Speedy, Lucky, really kind of helping Lucky just a bit, I would say. A couple virtual safety cars that makes less a race time that Tom can get himself back up. He is sitting P12 right now.
This could help Lucky as well, a few boxes as well.
Is this going to disappear before he gets in? Lucky's going to dive now. Virtual safety car is still alive and well. It is over as soon as he gets into the pits, so we're back to racing. Devlin gets a really good run on Soap. Is he going to make for a look up the hill? Let's see. No, Devlin backs out of it. Speedy leading this race. Really good to see Speedy up there. Phantom gets himself into P4. Senna's P5. Sherbert, really good to see him up P6. Rashi P7. Legend gets himself another 3-second time penalty. He's in P8 currently. Solex P9. Bruzy gets himself up to P10. So Lucky has come out on the medium compounds. Currently running P15. Would this be enough for Tom to win if the positions were as they finish now? I don't think.
Lucky will still win by 4 points.
So Tom's really got to push. He's got to get himself up to P8 at least if Lucky has a mirror of a race towards the end of this. But knowing Lucky, I know he's not going to have a bad race towards the rest of this race. Look at it. So he's made for a move on Speedy. I missed it. I apologize. But he's actually got himself up into the lead of this race. It looks like Speedy's medium compounds might just start to be going off just a bit. Devla right there in P3. Can Phantom have a fight here for P3? It'll be interesting. He is right there. I know he has a couple time penalties. I don't think I've seen Devla's name flash up yet, if my memory serves me right. Lap 13 out of 28.
I think Devla's quite good at not getting penalties.
Look at Senna right there.
No warnings, no penalties.
Not too far. Phantom gets himself another 3-second time penalty. So it's putting him a little further back. I wonder if Sherbert's definitely going to have to dive for another set of soft. Or he might go for a medium compound. Because those softs are not going to last until the end of the race. Interesting to see. Tom, Bill is right behind the Alpha. Will Raff keep that racing point behind him as much as he can? Legend gets himself another 3-second time penalty. Can you do me a favor and check on Legend's penalties? I think he's getting relatively far up there.
He's on 16 seconds. No, sorry. Sorry, 12 seconds worth of penalties. 12
seconds, okay. I think it's like relatively around 25 when they just say, your race is over.
Aries on the back of Solex.
Oh, look at this move. Rashi's gonna think about moving on Sherbert. Not enough track to get the move done. Ruzia, Solex. Where is Tom in all this manner? Oh no. Bill and Raph fighting it out here in the back. We're gonna give these guys a little bit of TV time. Those brakes are glowing red. It's actually right on board with Bill as he's trying to attack the Alfa Romeo Raph. One is on the hard compound, one is on the medium. Who might that pay dividends to? Looks like Bill's had to lean off the throttle just a bit around that corner. Bill's running around like he's missing an end plate, but he's not. I think he's battling his car. He's got a little bit of understeer happening. He turns the car in. Setup.
It's probably a setup issue.
Does have DRS. Is he going to get close to Rapid? Is he going to send it up the inside? He's going to think about it. He's going to break through. Lucky sets the fastest
Lucky with
lap.
the new fastest lap. I can't imagine, oh my god.
That's probably made Tom want to have to push a little bit harder. Tom, if you want this, you have to go. You have to really push your car and yourself further than you've pushed yourself all season. But these guys in the back, Bill and Raph, are really battling it out. Let's jump back through. The battle between Rashi and Sherbert has just heated up again. I am also looking at Phantom and Devla. Is Phantom going to make a move on Devla? Let's look on board. No, Devla does have DRS, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult if Rashi gets right
Rashi's got
around.
past Sherbert.
That looks a bit easy. Wonder if Sherbert just let him go. Thinking he knows he has
He
to
wasn't
pit
using
again.
his ERS. Yeah.
Oh, so
He wasn't using his ERS because it's Summer's fault.
cut sailed past. Oh yeah, he's not using any at all. Tom is now caught up to the back of Solex. Maybe he's listened to our kind word. He's got to go. Let's jump through here. Phantom now with Devla. Gonna ride with these two for a bit. Currently leading, so Becker gets a 3-second time penalty. And Sherbert gets another 3-second time penalty. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, time penalties are a huge thing this race. Senna gets a 3-second time penalty as I'm talking about
That's a rare one from Senna.
This track is so easy to pick one on.
I know it is.
I'm gonna actually give a quick shout to. If any of these drivers finish this race without a time penalty, I might opt to just give them the Driver of the Day award. Look at Phantom now trying to go on Devla. Devla squeezes the car out wide. That's right on board. Nice
Devil
switchback.
doesn't have any penalties or warnings at the moment.
Can Phantom get around? He's gonna have DRS. Devla does have DRS though on Speedy, so it's gonna be a little more difficult. Is he going to send it? No, he keeps it safe. Stays behind Devla. That is allowing Senna to catch these guys quickly. Let's look at the battle right here on board with Senna. You have Phantom ahead. You have Devla ahead. You have Speedy ahead. And you can actually see Soap just off in the distance. So all of these guys looking at P1 possibly. I think these guys are going to push as hard as they can.
Becker's just a lucky about it.
We might be in for a titanic battle. Got towards the end for P1. Hunica gets a 3-second time penalty. Devla thinking about making a move on Speedy, but thinks better of it. That's going to allow Phantom to have an attack move on here. Let's ride up the hill on board with Senna. Just a little bit of ways back from Phantom. Looks like Devla is going to make a move for on Speedy. Side by side they go. Looks like Speedy looks like Devla overshot it just a bit, but holds on to the position.
Legends are in the pits.
Senna trying to hold onto the back of Phantom. Through the S's they go. Probably one of my favorite parts of the track. If you have the setup, you can really attack this portion. Just be mindful. This girl, Senna doesn't touch any of them. It's like he's afraid of them.
If you create the wrong setup on here, then if your car catches a curb, it can spin you into the wall.
Oh, Phantom thinking about going on Speedy. Speedy's tires are starting to go off, you can tell. So Phantom's going to have DRS now. Speedy's going to have DRS on Devla, though. The Soap is kind of peeling off in the distance. 5.3 seconds is the gap. Look at Phantom. Is he going to make a move? He's going to send it on the inside. Keep it clean. Looks like they keep it clean through it. Who's going to get a better run off that exit? Phantom. No, Speedy's going to come back. A little bit of a touch there. That is fair. No damage is done. Speedy does really well to maintain P3. No, Phantom's going to come back again. Nice cutback move there. No, Speedy's going to hold on to it. Jeez. Side by side they go. This is probably the best racing I've seen so far this evening. Side by side. Looks like Devla's goes out wide just a bit. Is Speedy going to think about it? Senna's right there. Phantom gets another 3-second time penalty. It has come thick and thin. Speedy's going to think about it. He's going to send it on the inside. He's not going to have the runoff he wants there, so Phantom keeps a hold of P3 currently. Soap's gap now 5.1. Devlet is starting to reel that down just a bit. I think Soap's kind of turned it down. Yeah, he's not running any ERS, whereas Devlet is running two. He's on medium. He's got about half of his battery left. Look at Senna now, right on the back of Speedy. I think Speedy's gonna think about diving for the pits this lap. You have to. He's losing positions quickly. Senna sends it on the inside and gets the job done. Is Rashi going to do the same? Maruzia is right there trying to keep a hold of Rashi right ahead. Battle the back. Here's Tom fighting the two Toro Rossos. Raffle not too far back, keeping behind him, but Lucky's right there in the wake. Tom really needs to put his foot down and get it past both of these Toro Rossos. Both of the Toro Rossos fighting for position. This might help Tom. Tom's got to go. And Tom get the run on these guys. Let's ride with Tom for a little bit as he's trying to make his way back through this pack after what happened at the beginning. A little bit of an incident put him at the back of the pack. Looks like Sherbert's going to die for the pit, so that puts one guy down. Tom's got Solex now ahead of him to focus on. Soaps put the pedal to the metal and put a 5.7 second gap now between himself and Devla. So Devla doing a really huge job for that racing point. The points that they could possibly get out of this to, secure that P2 in the combined championship. Whoa, Tom getting a little loose out of that corner. Let's ride on board with Senna as he's battling. It looks like he's going to battle Phantom now. DRS will be open this time around. Devla's right up there in the wake.
Look, he's only 7 seconds off Tom now.
Sector 3 yellow. Who's that for?
Sonica.
He's dove for the pits. I wonder if he smacked the wall again. Honika's retired.
He's retired in the pits.
He's retired the car. Look at this run. Speedy and Rashi are going to go after it here. Side by side. Looks like Rashi's gotten the job done. That's his position. Aruzia's right there. Sector 1 yellow. Who's that for? That's fake. Okay. It's just a ghost.
It's because Honika's car has rejoined the track.
I think he tried to retire in the pits, but didn't retire, so it's going to pull over. Hopefully it doesn't cause a safety car. Side by side. Looks like Aruzia's going to go battle for Speedy. Speedy's actually going to pull into the pits this time. So where are the gaps close here? Senna is 6/10 back from Phantom. Where are the other gaps here? They're all changing now.
Lucky now within a second of Raff.
Speedy has go for the pits. Let's look on board with Raps and Lucky. Lucky didn't have DRS just now. He's really tuned in the ARS though. He's running pretty much down to nothing, trying to catch these guys. I think he's trying to catch Tom. Tom's got to go. He's got a 4.95 second gap now between himself and Aruzia. This might actually come down to like a 2-point difference. 8 laps remaining.
Let's Lucky by.
Raph has let him by. I think Raph knows that's not his battle. He doesn't want to contend with that. I think he's just trying to keep it clean and bring as many points in for Alpha as he can. As Bill's down in P14. Unica has dropped out. Look at Ruzia and Rashi. Ruzia goes for the inside move. Rashi gets pushed out just a bit wide, but that's fair. You're allowed to squeeze drivers a little bit. Just don't want to be overly aggressive about it. So I wonder if Rashi's going to come back and have a say. Maybe go for a go at Aruzia. Senna right there in P4. Luca is rooting for Lucky to get this done. I will say these guys have not made it easy on themselves. Phantom's diving for the pits. It looks like he's got a 5 second for corner cutting as well. So Senna now up to the podium. Devla up P2. So leading this race. 7 laps remain.
Phantom could have made those tyres to the end.
He's going to get a new wing, it looks like. No, he's not. I think he's going to go for the fastest lap. I think he wants to battle Rat. Maybe. So Lucky now up to P8, Tom up to P6. Tom does have to go. I know Rashi has a couple time penalties. Ruzia just got himself a time penalty.
At the minute, Lucky is champion by 6 points.
So Devla doing really well. He's 6.7 seconds now. Soap, jeez, Pete. He's put that pedal to the metal.
Solex has gone off somewhere. He's got trunk damage.
Speedy was battling him, I think. Or he might have been battling his teammate. Sherbert's not too far ahead. I'm just gonna say this. Lucky's really gonna have to think about Phantom though too. Phantom is on a brand new set of soft compounds. He's only 4 seconds, about 6
It's
seconds.
about 7 to 8 seconds behind.
Tom's
7
up there.
to 8 seconds
So
behind.
the distance between these two are 5.7 seconds. Tom is trying to reel in Rashi. I know Rashi. I know Rusia. Senna, I believe, has a time penalty. Soap and Devla, I don't think have a time penalty. It is getting feisty. You're definitely gonna have to work out the points at the end of this. I'm not gonna have any clue. I'm just looking at it like, alright.
Soap has 2 warnings, Devil has 1 warning, Senna has 2 penalties, 6 seconds. Erosa has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Russia is the same, 6 seconds. Tom has 3 seconds.
He has a 3-second. Becker just got himself a 6-second.
Lucky has 1 warning. Raph, no warnings, no penalties. Phantom, 9 plus that 5 second for qualifying, so 14.
He did.
Becker on 9.
Phantom did serve that 5 second when he pulled in the pits though, so that's 1. Just down to 9. Gonna jump on board with Senna here as he's working against Ruzia. Looks like Ruzia got around him to get into P3. Don't think Senna's not gonna fight back for that. I think he's gonna have a go. His teammate's not too far behind. He could have a go. He's on a hard compound too. Tom's put 20 laps on these hard compounds. And Lucky has brought that gap down to 4.9 seconds. Who is gonna win this championship? And Tom's catching these guys ahead as well. He's pushing now.
Sherbert and Speedy on the back of Becker.
Anything happens between Senna and Arussia, and they go off, and Tom gets around, but Lucky doesn't. That could help Tom out. It looks like Arussia is starting to pull away from Senna. Let's jump back on Phantom. Actually, let's jump with Becker, who is racing against Speedy here. Speedy, who was up at the top for a podium, has now found himself down to P10. I think he just waited a little long to pit. Don't feel bad, Luca. It happens.
Strategy.
It's a game. At the end of the day, as long as you enjoy yourself, that's all that matters. Look at Becker sandwiched between.
Already on the Becker race.
Oh geez. These two know each other quite well, I will say that. So let's see if these guys fight cleanly. I have a feeling Raph's not going to fight too much, especially if he's aware of how many penalties that Phantom does have. Raph will have about 4 laps to contend to hold onto the back of him. Looks like Raph kind of just let him go. Now Raph's going to want to hold onto the back of him. Maybe even carry that toe. Let's see if Phantom can pull him up to Lucky. Because now Phantom is now 6.1 seconds behind himself and Lucky. Tom now down to 3.2 seconds, separates himself from Rashi. Let's see, Sherbert now riding with Becker. These guys are the closest on track, so we're going to stay with these guys for the meantime. Yeah, Tom has pitted Exia. He had a collision at the beginning of the race. Unfortunate that he dove for the pits. And he is good to go till the end. So both drivers, Lucky and Tom, good to go to the end. It's really like it's just going to come down to, who can keep it clean, who wants it most. Tom wants this. He's got to push. He's gone 3.5.
Tom with
He's
another.
just got a time penalty. That might be pushing it a little bit too much. That might have just cost him the championship. Although Rashi ahead of him has just got a 3-second time penalty as well.
Tom
Becker.
has a total of 6 seconds.
I think Rashi has a little bit more, if I'm honest. Solex gets a fastest.
Solex with the fastest lap.
35 flat. Good by Solex. Sherbert is really battling Becker back here. And I see Rashi is starting to reel in his teammate. So that could be a nice little battle between the Williams duo. If they can keep each other close, we'll have to jump on board and see. Because I'm pretty sure by now Rashi's tires are at their peak compared to Senna's. Senna's mediums might start to go off. Looks at Becker and Sherbert. Sherbert thought about making an inside move. Solex gets a 3-second time penalty. Legend down there in P.
Rashi does have one more than Tom.
Is he going to catch his teammate? Oh, Rashi's really starting to reel in his teammate down to a second and might have to jump on board with those two in just a second. As they're just crossed the line, they're going up the hill. Rashi will definitely have DRS. Is he going to make for a move here? Let's see these two Williams guys battle it out. I wonder how long. I know Senna wants to race, so I don't think Senna's going to let him go just that easily. This isn't a knock against the Williams team, but when are they going to update those steering wheels? Please, I think that's the number one thing of people. There's some drivers who like the Williams, but as a driver myself, that I used to use cockpit view, it was terrible in that Williams car.
You can see what gear you're in for a corner.
Or the ERS level, unless you squinted.
Yeah.
And say, if you're battling somebody, here goes Rashi's got the DRS. Bill Jizz gets a 3-second time penalty. Rashi gets ahead of Senna. Don't think Senna's going to wait. I think he's going to hold on to him. But as I was going to say, if you use DRS, or not DRS, cockpit view, and you're racing in one of these Williams, and you're battling somebody on track, you don't have time to look at that little tiny meter that's on that little faraway thing. Surely they can, should have just went out and bought Caterham's old steering wheels, maybe. So it looks like Senna's backing off just a bit. Gap between Lucky now and SF1 Tom, 3.4 seconds. We do know that Tom has a 3-second penalty, so that puts Lucky right now ahead of him. It just depends on what happens ahead of Tom. Look at
Lucky's
Bill.
got the gap down to 3.4 to Tom now.
Bill working on Becker. Not enough room though going up the hill. I don't think he's going to have enough room to make a move. Looks like Sherbert has gotten around Becker for the meantime. Becker really trying to hold on to Bill. Or not Bill, but Sherbert. Whoa, Becker got really close to Sherbert. I think he had to back out of it there. I think these guys are going to offer quite a little bit of battle until the end. 2 laps. Actually, no. They're on their third to last lap now. So really doing well, holding on to the lead right now. I think that might put him on a solid P3 position on the championship. So to finish the season in P3 ahead of his teammate Aruzia. Here goes Becker. Is he going to make a move on Sherbert? He's going to go for the inside line. He might overbreak it. Sherbert's going to come right around. He touched just a bit. Ooh, that was off. Look at Bill dive from the inside. That was a bit scary. Tongue-in-cheek moment. Now Bill has a run. No, Sherbert has a run on Bill. Side by side they go. Sherbert, can he hold on to the grip? It looks like Bill has a better exit. These guys at the back getting really punchy. Last couple of laps remain of the season. This is the penultimate lap for GP2. Nice aerial camera I have right now. Will Tom get a puncture? Dun dun dun. We will find out. Going up the hill now. Bill has DRS on Becker. He's going to make a look. He goes, sends the car. Is he going to hold on to it? No, Becker's going to have a switchback move. Down to the S's. It looks like Speedy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Tom now, right behind Senna. Is Senna going to let Tom go through?
Tom's on the back of Senna.
Yeah, I'm going to ride with these guys as we go through the last couple corners. I will jump on to Soap on the last lap to give him this nice crossing the finish line, as he has had an outstanding race this evening. Had a little shaky beginning of the race, a couple of laps here and there, but ever since he's pitted, he's come out in the lead and he's just maintained that gap. He's done really well this evening, so good shout to Soap for I would say, pretty dominant race this evening. Tom now within half a second of Senna. Solex gets another 3-second time penalty. Can Tom make this happen? He's got to go for it. He has Lucky right there. All Lucky has to do now is sit there. He doesn't have to pass anybody. This championship is his. It's up to this man right here. He's got to make a move. He's got to get past both these guys ahead of him. And still, I don't know if that's enough.
No, it's not enough. He needs to be P2.
He needs P2. I don't know. Rashi has a couple time penalties. Russia has a couple, but I think Tom sitting on 6 seconds.
Tom has 9. Is 9. Tom
he has 9 now. All right, so that might
Russia has 12.
His Achilles heel this evening. That might have just been his Achilles heel. Lucky gets a 3-second time penalty.
That'll be
puts him up to 3, or is that 6 for Lucky?
That's Lucky's only on his first 10 penalties. It's 3 though.
So here goes Tom. Tom does have DRS. Will he make a move on Senna? Let's ride on board. Senna does not have DRS. Tom's going to have to go for it. Bill gets a 3-second time penalty. Here we go. Tom's going to probably send it in the inside. Senna has nothing. He's going to hold back. A bit of a touch. Tom gets himself around. He gets himself into P5. Is he going to hold? No, Senna's going to send it back through. Senna's not letting him win this. So Senna's really fighting for it. Tom, I think, is going to have to do this on track. We're going to jump on board with Soap as he crosses the line and wins the United States Grand Prix. Last race of the season. Devla is going to come home in the meantime. In P2, Fano gets a 3-second time penalty. Ruzi is going to cross the line in the meantime for P3. Will they hold? Rashi's right there in P4. Let's see where he comes out at the end of this. Tom has got around Senna. He's going to go up to P4. Rashi P5 is Lucky. No, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lucky crosses the line, goes up to P4, and wins the GP2 championship. So, Harrison, I'm just going to say congratulations to you, your teammate. You guys had one heck of a season. Raph goes up to P9, Phantom P8, Senna P7, Becker P12, Bilges P11, Sherbert P13, Karting Legend P14. Solex is going to be the last guy to finish this season on track at P15. But that was quite a jump from Lucky to go up. I think it was like 3 positions at the very end. He was in P7 and shot up to P4.
Yeah.
So here we go. Solex crosses the line. Last crossing the line of the season. It has been quite a season so far. Oy. So I'll give you guys the rundown after we do the podium celebrations, and then we'll get these guys in. So it's going to be really weird. I am definitely going to invite both Tom and Lucky into this. But we're not going to invite them just yet. We're going to do the podium guys and get those guys out of the way. So if you can invite, well, Soap probably won't show up, but you can get Devil in here. And Russia might join. I'm not sure if they will or not. We'll talk to Devil first, and then we'll move it on to the 2 guys that everybody wants to hear from. I noticed something too, that Lucky and Tom run the same avatar, so that's kind of interesting. Here, running down the order of the final race of the season, Soap picks up the victory, so congratulations to Soap. Devla P2, Russia round up the podium. Lucky P4, congratulations on a well-fought championship. Tom P5, congratulations. Rashi P6, Senna P7, Phantom is in P8. Wrathful P9. Devla and Wrath, the only two drivers not to get a time penalty, so congratulations on those guys. Speedy P10, Bill P11, Becker P12, Sherber P15. Oh, I ran out of time. So we're going to move on into the podium interviews for these guys and put a nice little championship banner up for this man right here. But do we have Bill up here? We have Devla's ready to go. All right. Devla.
Devla, yeah. I'd say that.
Congratulations. Strong race this evening. No time penalties as well, so that's definitely a big shout. We got a big conversation with two guys after you, but I can't take it away from your P2 this evening. It was a solid race. Kept yourself clean. I mean, really just cutthroat, keeping it clean and driving right up to yourself to the podium. Have that P2 to battle for in the combined still. So talk us through your race.
Yeah, had a bit of a game plan really, just to stay as clean as possible. Struggled at the start. I struggled most of the race really with getting traction onto the straights, but other than that, yeah, it was really good. Yeah, can't complain. Nice to have another podium. Shame I couldn't get in start of the season, but there you go. That's the way it goes.
I think you would have been one of the drivers right up there fighting Tom and Lucky as well if you were in the beginning of the season.
Can't say that. I don't know that. Those guys are quick. So
you had a couple podiums at the end, so never count yourself out, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see next season.
All right. Well, it's good to talk to you. Can't wait for the short season.
Cheers,
coming
guys.
out. Congratulations, Devla.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right. Harrison, do you want to get the other two in here? I'm not sure if Tom will join or not.
No, just been invited.
All right. Just waiting on those guys to show up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if they get themselves in. Give them about a minute or 2 minutes. Any of them show up yet? No? We do have Tom joining. Let's see if we can get lucky in here. Okay, so as we wait for Lucky to see if he shows up, I hope he does. Tom, you had one heck of a season, one heck of a battle towards the end, and I'm going to give you a compliment and say battling for a championship towards the end of the season without even winning a race is a big, it's kind of an achievement in itself. You had one heck of a drive this evening. A little unfortunate at the beginning with whatever, I did not catch it. But putting on the hards right after the first lap, driving yourself right up to the end, I think the only thing that was the Achilles was the time penalties on track. But I can't take away from it. I'm not going to say better luck next time. I'm going to say congratulations. And I'm just going to let you talk about your season and your race if you want to. The floor is yours.
Well, I can't really talk about the season, but I can tell you about that race. I don't know who hit me. I took the hards the whole way. They seemed to have more grip at the end, and I made one move that whole race right at the end, and he fought for it back, but he got a bit silly with it, missed out, and I got the position right at the end. But once a good season, I've got to be honest, was lucky, got very lucky. I threw away Italy, and ever since then I've been playing catch up. I just could not get it back, and big congratulations to him if he's listened to this later on.
There you guys have it.
Very much.
Is Lucky gonna join? There he is. Oh no, he did join and then kindly backed out.
No, Becker left that.
Oh, that was Becker? Okay. I don't see Lucky, so unfortunate. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to keep everybody just sitting here waiting, but I'm just gonna give you guys a big shout out.
I'll speak for him. I am so good. I beat you all. Ha ha ha. There you go. That's him.
No, but one more time
No,
to everybody in
very-
GP2, congratulations. Thank you so much for a successful and solid season. Thank you for all you guys showing up to the races, participating. I know a couple of races were hit or miss, a couple of collisions sent people into a bit of sour moods, but at the end of the day, it is a video game. We're all here for fun. For all the viewers that tuned in this whole season, thank you so much. I'm going to just shout out to Harrison big time for helping me stream on comms the last couple of races as well. Really do appreciate it. Helps me big time. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're not gone forever. We will be back here. Actually, I think it's in with 2 weeks. We are waiting for the new game to be dropped. But until then, SF1 will be running a short season. A short season of 10 tracks. And we'll be ready to go. Somebody is actually here. Before I close out, Lucky, our champion.
Sorry.
How are you doing? I am going to say big, huge congratulations to you this evening on your whole entire season, getting yourself into that championship role. I was talking to Harrison about it. Good for you guys in the Mercedes team as well. So I'm going to hand the floor over to you if you want to talk about your season or if you just want to talk about the race. But floor is yours, man.
Oh, cheers. I don't really know what to say. That race was like flipping Brazil 2012 or something. Like, nothing wanted to go right for either me or Tom. The start, I don't know if I tagged you, Tom, but I'm so sorry if I did.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to say on stream or blame, but I think it was Merc, but don't worry about it, mate. I did all I could.
Yeah, I think it was me, if I'm honest, mate, but I'm so sorry about that. Other than that, Tom was rapid on his hards and went really far. Everyone else was pretty quick, and I had my work cut out to get to the field. But this season's been great. There's been loads of like pretty fast people, good racing, clean racing. Soap's getting a lot faster as well, so he's one to watch out for. Tom's gonna be back next season, I'm sure. So, I mean, thanks everyone for, I guess, if anyone believed in me, for believing in me. Thanks, Tom, for all the fights, and yeah, really sorry about that again, but it's not the race I wanted. But yeah, championship won, amazing, feel great. Thank you, everyone.
Now, congratulations, Lucky. So now we'll send it off. Harrison, do you have anything to add to any of these drivers, actually?
No, I don't.
All right, then. So, as I was mentioning, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. GP2 is running a short season, 10 tracks. So, be sure to check in for that. We're waiting on the new game to be released. However, they haven't announced yet, which is surprising. But until then, we will be back in 2 weeks, guys. Get yourself in. We'll be right back for all the action. Guys, thank you so much for a great season. Can't wait for the next season, the short season. For all the viewers, thank you so much for commenting this evening, especially for keeping myself entertained. Some of you guys' comments were hilarious. Until then, if you guys want to catch a great battle for not only the combined constructors, but who else remains in the table to switch positions in GP1, we are here at the United States Grand Prix on Sunday. Same time, same channel. If you want to view in, it'll be a definite race to catch. Until then, I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. I'm not sure what the first race is. We'll let you guys know. But until then, thank you so much again. I know I keep, repeating myself, but it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign out for the last time of the season. Thank you. Good night.